64 Tacos Podcasts presents Is This Song Good? This is episode 73. Michael Bradley, Nature of the Beast.
Welcome to I Caught It on Audio. In today's episode, we are continuing our Is This Song Good series. The theme this time around is Guilty Pleasures, and our first song is a song that Zach picked called Nature of the Beast by Michael Bradley. So, Zach, why don't you tell us why you chose this song?
Okay, so I first came to find out about this song by watching the movie Voyage of the Rock Aliens. It's a movie from
the classic, you mean?
The classic, yes. From the late 80s. I didn't even know the movie existed until I was like looking around at some Blu-ray release posts and stuff. And I saw, oh, okay, well, that looks kind of interesting. Like maybe it's sci-fi or I don't know what I thought it was.
They took this movie from the late 80s that no one's heard of and then have recently put it onto a form of media that is quickly dying.
Yeah. Well, so without getting into that too hugely, a lot of boutique Blu-ray releases are coming that are from old movies that just don't like never really mattered, or it's like a company that gets just a huge box of film reels or source media material, and then they clean it up and get it ready to go, and then they release it out on Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray, and then a lot of people actually end up buying them. Sometimes it's just for like for
the nature of the beast.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, coming back around, it is the nature of the beast. So the movie was absolutely terrible, and it was mostly a musical, and I don't remember the plot.
Really?
It had Craig Sheffer and Pia Zadora and a couple other people in it, and it was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen. But I came up to this scene where this guy, Craig Sheffer's character, like goes down the hallway and I sent you guys the video for it because it's absolutely amazing. It's a good companion to the song, and he opens up the wall of lockers to reveal his sex dungeon or porn shrine, or I don't really know exactly what the hell that was.
Red velvet shrine to very 80s Pia Zadora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I can't even remember if she was like, he makes it seem like she's dead, but I don't think she's actually dead. I think she just is not with him anymore. And to him, that feels like she's dead. But anyway, back to the song. Once that whole performance, if you will, which is mostly bad lip syncing,
very bad,
to a slightly different version of the song than what's actually on the soundtrack album. But once that was finished, I was just kind of like sitting there with my jaw on the ground, and I didn't really know what to make of it. And I think I immediately went and found the video, and then I sent it to you, Dan.
Yeah.
I was like, watch this and be amazed. And
it is amazing.
And then I kind of just sort of like forgot about it. And then I think it was about a week or two later, I found myself humming the song and like singing the chorus. And I was like, what was that from? Oh, that crappy movie that I watched a couple weeks ago. And so then I went and tracked down the soundtrack and started to listen to the song in the car driving around, and the boys got into it, and I don't know what it is. Like I can clearly see that this is not a very good song. Like the lyrics are not that good. The music is very kind of pretty standard 80s. The saxophone solo is pretty rocking and awesome, but it's still just your basic sax solo. But I don't know, like there's something about it that I definitely consider this a guilty pleasure, because I don't really like revealing to people that I enjoy this song. But there's just something about it that's a lot of fun, and I'm curious what you guys think about it. Dave, why don't you go first?
So I'm right there with you. It's it's not a very good song. It really isn't. But man, it's catchy.
Yeah.
So we've in our other podcast, we're currently going through Aerosmith, which is my all-time favorite band, and we're going through my all-time favorite section, the David Geffen Company section of it. So I've been listening to that nonstop. So you would think that I would have Janie's Got a Gun and Living on the Edge and all those songs stuck in my head, but no. I've listened to this song like 4 times, this Nature of the Beast, and it is stuck.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly catchy and a lot of fun. It's not good. You're not wrong. But you are right that guitar solo, or not guitar, sax solo is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. And whether it's good sax playing or not, I don't know, but it's so enjoyable. So I also do feel guilty about listening to this, but at least we can feel our guilt together.
Yeah.
Dan, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, it is super catchy. It is super dumb, and it is not a great song, but it is very catchy. So I can, I wouldn't say that I've had it particularly stuck in my head or that I particularly like the song. It's just such a product of its era.
Yeah.
It's so dated, which is fine. It's just for me, what's catchier is the music video, or more compelling in its badness, because the song is a perfectly fine 80s, like pop song, basically. I mean, yes, the lyrics are dumb and weird at times, like the chorus, he's talking about how the nature of the beast, keeping up the male persona and keeping up the status quota. All right, that's mildly clever, I guess. And he's talking about how you got to do these things. That's the nature of the beast. And then the nature of the beast becomes the subject. Like, is that him? Like, he wants to give love and affection, doesn't want to end up alone. It's like, so the nature of the beast is now he is the nature of the beast. Like the phrase, I don't know. That was just kind of strange. The video, however, is very compelling because it is actively horrible.
Yes.
You mentioned the bad lip syncing. It's very, very bad lip syncing. I mean, you had to think they could have tried a couple of times, or maybe Craig Sheffer just wasn't interested in listening to the song more than once. I don't know. But it's spectacularly bad. I liked the maybe pregnant, but maybe just fat panther wandering around.
Yeah, cougar. I think it's a cougar.
Cougar. Big cat. Definitely. Yeah, I think cougar sounds right. It's definitely a old, not in shape, captive. Big cat. That was kind of fun. The 80s awesomeness of Pia Zadora in that, which only appears in the photo. How amazingly ripped Craig Sheffer was at 24 or whatever, in however old he was.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive. The outfits are amazing. Really bad cat dancing from the backup dancers. Just incredibly compelling. But the song itself didn't leave a huge impression on me. It's super cheesy. It's super 80s. It's catchy. I didn't dislike it. It didn't bother. It didn't annoy me or anything. It wasn't like, oh, I hate this song, but it didn't really burrow into my head and have me singing it like it did for you guys. So I guess I would say that it's harmless and fun, but I do not feel compelled to go back or dwell on it very much.
And that's fair, because it probably doesn't deserve the attention that Zach and I want to give to it.
Hey, you like what you like, that's the whole thing with the guilty pleasure. What if it strikes you that you like it? I mean, guilty pleasure is we talked a little bit about this, off the cast, but if you enjoy it, you should enjoy it. It's a little bit funny to say, to be more obsessed with what other people think about it than you, but we all kind of tend to do that a little bit to varying degrees. So, hey, if you like it. I'm not going to crank it up on the car stereo and be ashamed of having my windows down or or not, because I don't enjoy it enough. I will rewatch the video periodically because it's amazing. It's just the song isn't bad enough the way the video is to really be compelling. It's just to sort of It's just sort of the song is just fine, whereas the video is spectacular.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think we covered it.
All right. So we're going to continue this series for a little while here. I don't think we've picked a number of songs, but next week we're going to be doing a song that I've picked, and that is going to be "What a Man" by Salt and Pepper featuring En Vogue, or En Vogue featuring Salt and Pepper. I don't remember. But yeah, that's what we're doing next week.
All right.
If you want more content like this, you can find everything we've done at 64tacos.com. If you really liked it, you can buy us a taco at buymeacoffee.com/64tacos. Thanks for listening.
I caught it on audio.